Hello, this is Dr. Eveangel Savage over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise, and I am your social enterprise strategist and angel investment coach. Today, we're going to be talking about developing a policy to govern behavior for your business. So very important. This is part 3 of my social media series, and it is extremely important for us to consider as entrepreneurs. We're going to encounter people, places, things. Hello. Thank you for joining me in the room. We're going to, as you already know, the internet is the ear to everything, from comments to videos to blog posts. Everything is an ear. News, all of those, and the internet is the ear to that. Everything. Okay, so it's very important that we consider what we say and do, and it's very important as entrepreneurs that we begin to develop. Yes, and we must consider what we are developing a policy that governs the behaviors of those who are working with us. So very important, and I can't say it enough. It's something that I did. Every project that I do, I develop a policy that I hope that people would adhere to. But I felt like it was imperative that I come before you and talk to you about developing a policy and what are some of the things that you should consider. All posts give some sort of clue to your opinions and business direction. All posts give some clue to your business and the direction of your business. So be selective about your words. You can be very selective about your words. You can be strategic about those who are on your team. It's very important that you be selective about your words. So I think I don't know how many of you know, but Dr. Tamimi out of the Mayo Clinic developed an awesome policy, and there are 12 words that he uses, and I'm going to give you those words. It's very simple. Don't lie, don't pry, don't cheat, don't delete, don't steal, and don't reveal. So important. And in so, you must determine some of your team guidelines. Most people we are affiliating with use social media for personal reasons, personal use. So their investment with your company may not be in your best interest. It may not be in your best interest. So you must consider those things. You must consider whether their comments, their deals, their mentions, or anything has the best interest of your company. But all of this can be avoided by just simply having some sort of policy that is signed or understood, by your team. Because any deviation from what is appropriate could unravel your entire project. It could take your company spiraling downward. So begin thinking about how you can develop a policy. That's just a no-brainer. You want to have some sort of policy that governs social media, particularly because so much business is done on the internet, and there are so many people that we're looking to purchase our products, to relate to us, to partner with us, to collaborate with us, to coach with us. It's just because people are connected. People are connected to their doctors. They're going to do research before they even go to a doctor. Why? Because they want to know that they're getting the best. So they're going to ask for referrals. They're going to ask for social validation. They're going to do their own research. Some of them don't rely on the opinions of other people, but they're going to do their own research, and they know how to do that. So very important that you consider those things. Some of the things that you have to consider when you're outlining your policy is consider all connections, all social media connections. And what are they? I'm going to outline them for you. You already probably know most of them, but I might as well say it in case someone doesn't. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Yelp, Flickr, YouTube, Blog Talk Radio, WordPress, Blogger, Bitly, Pinterest, Tumblr, and the list goes on and on and on. And all the ones that I list are ones that I use. So but check all social media, Google Plus, everything. Check it. Make sure it is defined within your policy. Okay. Then next you have to address your key players, and because they are a reflection of who you are. Your key players are a reflection of who you are. So if I'm hiring my students, and I do hire students who are interns, I have policies. I have policies that govern their inner workings of my company. I have policies that govern my internships. I have policies that govern their relations, in terms of business. If they're going to have business, they're going to have a personal account and a business account, and the two must not interface at all, because people use it internet personally. When they come aboard with you, you have to make sure that they're using their business accounts versus their personal accounts, because all of that stuff links back to you, and all of it becomes a reflection of you. I don't care if they do have a disclaimer. Some people have these neat disclaimers, but it doesn't matter when it comes to the public's perception. When it comes to the public perception, all they care about is that they're a reflection of you. So you have to be very, very mindful of that. Consider the benefits of your business being, this is key. This is key right here. Just consider this piece. I consider my company to be worldwide. And it is. I have a company in Panama. Yes. My first contract was in India. So consider my next steps are Spain, Europe. So when I tell you that it's important that you consider your company on a worldwide platform, then you will understand the importance of why it's true to understand your key players, and make sure that they understand what social media policy you have in place, because they're going to be a reflection of you. I don't care what you say or what they think. Everybody associated with you is a reflection of you. Okay. Now, the next thing is linking up to people with a like culture. Have you ever been in an institution have you ever been in a company where the culture just sucks, and you just can't wait until the retirees just kind of leave, because the culture is bred on the limited mindset of the people who were there, who don't understand change? Well, that's what I'm talking about when I say culture. You got some people who will never banish. They think that their thinking is the only way it should be, and that's it. Nothing should be changed. That there's no need to be adaptable. That there's no need to change, and that that the world revolves around, that the world doesn't exist of many people. So, very important to consider the culture. The cultural mindsets of individuals when you are thinking of your business, the benefits of business being mentioned, or your business dealings. Okay, so make sure that people who have your best interests will support your ideas. Very, very important. Very, very important. Keep confidential information. That's critical. You should, if someone comes to you in confidence about something, you should never be sharing that information with someone else, because that's a breach. That's a breach of the trust or confidentiality or the trustworthiness that person had in you. No. Super no. It is imperative that you have a business mindset, unless you intend to stay where you are. Because you have to have a business mindset unless you intend to stay right where you are. Okay? So be thinking about developing that policy. The next thing is make sure that every employee understands your expectations. Make sure they understand your expectations by establishing clear and concise guidelines. Clear and concise guidelines. Make sure people know they are responsible for what they write and that there are consequences. They are responsible for what they write, they're responsible for what they say, and there are consequences. No. Be real. Make sure that they understand that they have to be real. That they cannot have fake names. They can't have faceless avatars. They can't have fake identities. None of that. Use real names and identify your relationship. If they're authentic, either you want to be authentic or you don't. Okay. So you want to be authentic in any of your relationships with your staff or team members. The next thing, think about your audience. Think about your audience. Why is that important? Because your audience is going to be on the receiving end of anything that's said by your team members. Anything that's said by your team members. And remember, it's always going to be linked to you. It's always going to be linked to you no matter what. It's always going to be linked to you as the head, you as the business owner, you as the leader. It's always going to be linked to you. So be careful to not alienate or cause harm to people. Here's why. An example. I was scoping today, and somebody hopped onto my scope and said that he had a gun to his head. What do I suggest? He had a gun to his head. And what do I suggest? Now, he could have been a troll, just trolling through, but he could have been very serious. He could have been very, very serious about what he was saying. So because I am a human service professional and I understand that dynamic, it is very important that you be careful about the things you say to people, because you could be the reason why they make that bad move. You could be the responsible party in why they bring harm to themselves. I can't stress this enough. I could not believe that this person jumped on my scope and said, I have a gun to my head. What do you suggest? So be very careful about how you talk to people. Be very careful about how you respond to their comments, because this world is mixed up. You got confused people. You have people who are depressed. You have people who are on the edge. You have people who have anxiety. A host, I'm going to let you use your imagination. Use your imagination, but most of all, don't alienate people. Don't say things that are going to impair. Don't say things that are harmful. Don't say things that are harmful to other people, because you just may have that blood on your hand and may not even know it, but you're going to be held accountable for it. Stay away from religion, politics, and sex, unless, of course, you're an expert. Stay away from it unless you're an expert. If you're not an expert on sexual relationships, you don't have no business talking about it. Unless you're using your personal blab. Unless you're using your personal handle. But remember, I told you, it's your stamp. It's your stamp. If you don't have, if you're not a minister of the gospel with some papers, and you don't have, or an instructor of religion, you shouldn't be giving me no opinion about it unless it's on your personal page, not on your business page. Not on your business. I need you to understand, not on your business page. It needs not be on your business page, because all of it's going to link back to you. If you are not a politician, be careful. Be careful. Especially if you're a nonprofit. If you are a nonprofit, you can get your 501c3 revoked because of your opinions. You can, if you think I'm lying, ask Jen the Grant Guru. If you could get your 501c3 revoked because of opinions and affiliations. Be careful when it comes to politics. Be careful when it comes to this subject matter. I'm telling you, because I'm telling you what I know. These are lessons learned. I've been around 53 years, in business for 20 years, nonprofit, for-profit. But business is business. I don't care how you look at it. I developed policies and procedures 20 years ago for my business, for my nonprofit. So the game ain't changed. The game has not changed as it relates to policies. So, good evening. Good evening. Yes. I am putting out some information on policies and the importance of guidelines for your business. Social media guidelines, because there's a lot of things going on that business owners need to be aware of when they're associating themselves and when they're affiliates and their members, their associations, their things that are said on the internet, because it's a stamp. It's a digital stamp, and the mentions, comments, all of it can be found. All of it. So the next thing was, don't be defensive or resist fighting back. There is a lot going on. So catch the replays. If you're a business owner, catch the replay. It won't be up very long before I put it on my YouTube. So catch the replay, because I'm talking about some important things that people aren't considering when they are out here in these spaces saying whatever they want to say out their face. They're not considering the impact. They're not considering the impact on their business. Hi, first timer. Let me reset. My name is Dr. Eveangel Savage. I am the owner and operator of Audacity Group Social Enterprise. I am a social enterprise strategist and angel investment coach. I teach people to identify, initiate, and implement strategies of distinction for business, whether they want to be investment ready or not, because a business that is investment ready is a business that's polished. So I'm doing a little, they'll be crying later. Yeah, so I'm telling you, I want you to no, you didn't. Oh my goodness. So I need you guys to really be thinking about the things that are said, because my business is worldwide and I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford to rebuild or do damage control every time, I just can't. So don't misuse copyright. I mean, don't copy. We experienced that with Milana. You all know, you went to school. Don't misuse material, okay? I read a lot. I refer to the books that I read. This came out of the book for dummies, okay? So, but I read and I'm giving it back to you. Those of you who don't, I'm giving it to you because this is all stuff I have. This is all stuff that I read these books and implemented into my business, into my practices. Yes, and so I implemented them into my practices so that I wouldn't be, I would be aligned with what's correct, what's socially and politically correct. Okay? So, in everything, yes, I save people butts. I'm trying, girl. Oh no, my coach said I shouldn't say that word, but yeah, I'm making it happen. I'm making it happen. I felt like I need to pull out my arsenal because, the experience, my experiences lately have suggested that I do just that. Be helpful and add value. Be helpful and always add value. Be helpful and always add value. Do not tear people down. The wrong thing to do. And if you need further information, help they don't know we need. If you need further information, visit the National Labor Relations Act. It'll give you some good hardcore facts. It'll give you some good hardcore facts. This is my last scope on social media for this evening. I have had a wonderful day enlightening myself and sharing with the general public about social media. And so, yes, look for more. I'm going to be addressing some more things coming soon, probably tomorrow, until I finish this series. And for those of you who might need assistance or help, there's a little Perry man down there. Push the little Perry man. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you click notifications so that you can get my updates, and they'll be timely and they'll come to you because I use all formats. And look at my link in the bio at bit.ly/I am an angel. Yes. Catch that replay, hun. And link up with me. I have tons of information. I'm down with sharing. So get on my list so I can share things with you by newsletter. Because I have a monthly newsletter that comes out. And I share lots of information there as well. If you're not a part of my group, Strive to Thrive, be sure to connect with me there. That's bit.ly/Strive to Thrive. bit.ly/Strive to Thrive. And one more thing. Every Thursday, I have a program called Pass the Biz. And this program is it's a platform that's designed to provide business owners a platform to pitch and deal. We have to pitch and deal. Somebody said something about, it's not all about pitching and dealing. That's not true. You have to be able to pitch and deal. And if you're not practicing pitching and dealing, then how in the world are you supposed to know how to pitch and deal? So, as an angel investor, as someone who makes the next level recommendation to other investors, or recommends you to other programs or applications for other programs for your up level, yes, you should be pitching and dealing. So on every Thursday, I provide an opportunity for business owners to have a 15-minute window of passing their business. It could be about a project, it could be about an event, it could be about a conference, it can be about you, but the most important thing is that you develop a plan. Pass the business, but it's called Pass the Biz. Pass the Biz. It's bit.ly. It's in my my link, my title. bit.ly/Pass the Biz. Yes, it's on my webpage. Once you go to that link in my bio, it's going to say join. It's going to say join my community or join the community. Join. I forget what it says, but there's 3 links. You can check either one of those. If you desire to have a consult for any of my services, that link is also there as well. It's very nice to meet you, ma'am. Do you have a business? Do you have a business? Thank you. Okay. Do you scope about your business? Okay. Well, I would love to have you this Thursday. But before you sign up, though, I'm about to, close up some spots. Because I'm going to have to do a little bit more on the Past the Biz. I'm going to have to change the structure of it a little bit because manpower. I have reduced manpower. So I'm going to have to change the structure of it just a little bit. So if that's something that you would like to do, again, that link is bit.ly/pass the biz. Very, very excited about this program. I started it about 5 weeks ago with the Side Hustle Coach. He, said yes to the collaboration, and unfortunately, he's going to be doing some other things. So I'm going to have to restructure the program just a little bit, but we're going to be okay. So would love to have you. Would love to have you on my scope. Okay? And that's the end of my social media session. This is Dr. Eveangel Savage over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise. I am your social enterprise strategist and your angel investment coach. I teach individuals to identify, initiate, and implement strategies of distinction for investment readiness in business. Most of all, implement. Whether you want to be investment ready or not, a business that is investment ready is a business that is polished. Thank you, and I look forward to so much more. See you soon, everyone. Have a great evening.